A couple of days ago, I made a video asking, has a doctor denied your tubal ligation? And I got lots of comments, but it really does seem like women are not autonomous adults that are able to make their own decisions. Because when women go in looking to have a tubal ligation because they know that they want to remain child free, many women are chiming in with the fact that they have to get a husband's permission, or they're too young, or their future husband may want children. So the adult that is in the room is not adult enough to make decisions for herself. And we are living in a society that does not believe that women should be able to make decisions before pregnancy. If something were to happen out of her control, as in rape or incest, women and girls shouldn't have the opportunity to take care of things after the fact either, because we're moving towards Gilead, and women's bodies and girls' bodies are here to be regulated by the powers that be, basically, before and after. So in this video, I'm just sharing some of the stories that were shared with me under my YouTube video. This woman says, I'm 41 and child free, but I have remained child free the hard way by being celibate and by not dating men. I tried getting sterilized at age 22 all the way up to age 30, but all doctors denied me. I stopped trying after age 30. This forced me to stop dating men since I was so terrified of getting pregnant, even though some abortion was legal back then. So these doctors pretty much turned me celibate, and I learned to decenter men way before it became a thing. I'm grateful now because my life turned out beautifully by staying away from men. This woman said, my friend had a surprise pregnancy at 19, and she had twins. After she asked for her tubes to be tied, but the doctor refused because she was young and might want more kids with another man someday. Those twins are now 27, and that man still has not materialized. Blows my mind. Society gives more preference to a pretend man than the human woman who thinks two kids is enough. And then this person below says, society gives more preference to a pretend man. This is everything in one simple statement. Brandy says, I have a friend who almost died giving birth to a non-compatible with life baby. She was essentially forced to carry this dangerous pregnancy to term because her nutty religious family wouldn't support her having a spamortion. She was delivered by emergency C-section by an emergency room doctor who cut her open the wrong way. She bled out and flatlined, but they were able to save her. She thought she wouldn't be able to have more children. Eventually, she was able to have two more, but the pregnancies were high risk. With her last baby, that was also delivered by C-section, she wanted a tubal. With all the physical pain this woman had been through, you would think everything would be ready to go. Somehow, one of the consent forms didn't get signed. And it wasn't a simple matter of just signing. It had to be signed up to a month before the procedure was to take place. So she ended up having to go back a month after having her baby and be opened back up in order to get her tubal done. It was ridiculous. The hoops women have to go through in order to get a tubal, even after almost dying and having nothing but life-threatening pregnancies, is just ridiculous. This woman says, my mother had to get my father's permission in 1975 to have a tubal ligation. I had no idea we were back to this BS. And then this person says, because she was his property, that is what the law says. To a woman who wants to marry or is married, you will become his property. And then Bunny Wolf said, they did that to me too, but my husband wasn't about that life and went off on the social worker because in his words, I'm not the one who has to suffer through pregnancy and childbirth. So why does she need my permission? If she wants to have a tubal ligation, she should have it. Y'all are nuts. We didn't know that that is actually illegal. Several young girls have had a hysterectomy in the past few years after life-threatening lawsuits. I did the research and they definitely don't have the right to deny the procedure, especially considering that men don't need permission from their wives to get a vasectomy. They can just schedule the appointment as they see fit and get it done. Now, that's the whole thing. Women don't get the opportunity to just make decisions for ourselves because the medical community thinks that it knows better than women know themselves. So they put these crazy restrictions on women, but men are fully actualized humans who get to make decisions for themselves so they don't have to go through the same hoops that women have to go through. Jennifer says, it's crazy that in these red states, the husband has to give approval for his wife's tubal ligation, but the wife doesn't have to give permission for the husband's vasectomy. And Roe v. Wade was all about abortion. Yeah, right. And if the OBGYN won't agree to the tubal ligation, fire that doctor's butt and find a new doctor. Oh, and you can get a reversible tubal ligation. So if you want children in the future, you can have it reversed. And then she says, thank you for sharing this information. Shamika says, I have been denied twice. In Washington, when I was married, I was told my husband at the time had to sign and then a committee would have to approve it. I asked if the committee would be providing financial assistance, night shift caregiving services, and payments for child needs. The room was silent. When I got divorced in Georgia, I was told that I could not have one until I had 4 kids or it was medically necessary. So you got to have 4 kids to get sterilized so you don't have more kids. Yeah, this is a mess. Sweetly Dark Art says, I fought cervical and uterine cancer since I was 19, one finally in my early 30s. They still refuse to take out the whole cluster F, only cut out chunks of that area. I'm 45 now, single and forever child free, and still refuse any type of sterilization, even though it'll be a better quality of life. Not to mention, I have a 90% chance of death if I even conceive a child. I'm looking into going out of the country to get it done. That is where we are in this crazy American medical center. This is crazy. We should not have to go out of the country to get something that could be done right here. Laura says, I had all 3 male doctors come to my room after I had my daughter to tell me not to try to have any more children because I wouldn't survive it. I was classified high risk in my 3rd month, and the pregnancy was one long near-death experience. I told them I wanted a tubal ligation. They looked confused. One of them said no because I might marry someone later who wants more kids. I was furious and told them to get the F away from me. I have EDS and ended up having a hysterectomy at 34 because of the complete rupture of the support structure for my pelvic organs. So they said, don't have any more kids. She said, I bet, let's fix it. And then they glitched. They glitched. Why? Give this woman what she wanted. Okay, so this woman says, I was asking the hospital if I would want this after my last child. I said yes. They then said no. I was 38 and having my rainbow baby. I was so mad that they even asked. 3 years later, I had an emergency tubal ligation for an ectopic pregnancy, but only because I was bleeding internally. They acted like I was having a abortion by choice in the 3rd trimester. I live in a very red state. You have to be on death's door for them to help you. This woman says, when I was at the 20-week checkup for my 3rd and final child, my doc asked about what my plans were for birth control. I said tubal ligation. As soon as I give birth, I want it done. He asked if I thought long and hard about it, that I was so young, and whether my husband agreed with my choice. I looked the doctor in the face and said, I don't want to have any more children for him or any other man. He doesn't control my body. He just said okay and scheduled it. It was one of the best decisions I made for myself, next to divorcing my kid's father, of course. If you come over to my YouTube page, I will be linking this. This is on Reddit, and I can put the link in the description on my YouTube page. This is where you can go to find child-free friendly doctors. So under this list, like I said, I'm going to place it in the description of my YouTube channel. This is a list where you can go to find doctors that will do what you that treat you like you're a human, that can make decisions for yourself. So if you click into this link, they'll have a list. You can click into it, find your state, and this is how you access these doctors. So come on over to my page. I'm at BurbNBougie over on YouTube. All right. So if you have any of your own stories you want to share, go ahead, drop them in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.